As I said in this video right here, I wanted to do a separate video on the Citi Strata card. For whatever reason, Citi decided to drop the Strata Elite and the Strata card at the same time in the middle of the night between last Saturday and Sunday. And I wanted to give fair coverage to the Citi Strata card itself. So we're going to dive into what that card is and what it's ended up being, and I'll look forward to hearing what your all's comments are in the comment section below. But before we do, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It is free and it gets the channel visible to more people just like you who are watching right now. I thank you ahead of time. Now let's dive in. And as you all know, I am kind of a weird dude because I am not a big fan of City, but yet I do have the City trifecta. I have the Strata Premier, I have the custom cash, I have a double cash. And I don't use these cards, but I still have them. I also bank at City. I've had a high yield savings account there for several years now, as well as a checking account as also. So I'm pretty deep into their ecosystem for someone that doesn't really like them. But today we're going to talk about the City Strata card and what that card is. I'm going to share my screen with you all, and we're going to go over this together so that you can see what I am seeing. And here we go. So yeah, so here is the page for the City Strata card, and let's take a look here what it is right off the top here. So right now it's earned 30,000 bonus points after you spend $1,000 in 3 months. For what this card is, I mean, that's a pretty darn good bonus. So if you're looking to get, a fistful of thank you points, this would be a great card to do it. Um, also because it has no annual fee. So you're not going to be paying an annual fee for this card to get those 30,000 bonus points. And the reason why I'm saying, if you're going to do it now, because it looks like this is a limited time offer. So it looks like that this is probably going to be a situation where it drops back to what I'm going to assume is going to be a 20,000 bonus points is probably what the normal offer is going to be on this card. So if you've been thinking about the card, get the extra 10,000 bonus points now while you can. That's a pretty good offer for a card like this. So let's go ahead and dive into here and see what this card is. So it gets 5x thank you points for every dollar spent on hotels, car rentals, and attractions in the City Travel Portal. So again, much like I talked about in the Strata Elite video that I did, and I'll put a thumbnail of it up here in the corner. Um, it's making you spend money in the portal. If you want to maximize those points, you're going to spend money in the City Travel Portal. That's what all the banks are doing now. It is what it is. A lot of people don't like it, but hey, this is where we're at. So you can get 5x thank you points if you use this card in the City Travel Portal with these categories. Now, also too, it gets 3x thank you points per dollar spent at supermarkets. Okay, that's pretty solid. Um, it also gets 3x points per dollar spent on select transit and at gas and EV charging stations. Okay, that's pretty solid. It also gets 3x points per dollar spent on an eligible self-select category of your choice. And we'll talk about this a little bit more in a little bit here. And then 2x points on every dollar spent at restaurants, and then 1x points on everything else. So for a no annual fee card, I will have to admit, because if nothing else, I've told you guys that I am always authentic and always genuine. And so even though I may not be a City fan, this is a solid card. This is a very solid card for no annual fee. Um, a lot of 3x's here, and then 2x on restaurants, 1x on all those purchases. And again, for a no annual fee card, I think that's pretty solid. Um, this is what's a little bit more interesting with this card is you earn 3x points on an eligible self select category of your choice. Okay. Interesting. What are those choices? Well, it looks like fitness clubs, select streaming services, live entertainment, cosmetic stores, barber shops, hair salons, and pet supply stores. So a really interesting um, selection. It definitely feels like they being City are very much trying to copy the Wells Fargo Attune card because the Attune has so many different interesting categories. For I believe it's 4X on that card, but um, yeah, so it feels like they're trying to copy them a little bit. And I don't know if there is any more information here. Um yeah, so here we go. So here's the, so select streaming services, fitness clubs, and just kind of goes into detail and talks about, you know, what those are. Now, some places, you kind of have to be careful about the coding, right? If you're someone that's really concerned about the 3x and really maximizing those points or maximizing that spend, you have to really kind of probably do some research and see what is going to code as what, because sometimes things that you think are going to code as a fitness club or live entertainment or maybe a cosmetic store or whatnot, maybe some of those places don't code correctly. Maybe, especially if you're a person like me and you really try to go to mom and pop situations, mom and pop stores as much as you can, maybe those code differently. So maybe I don't know, maybe you have to shop somewhere else to get that coding. So it may be a little bit of trial and error. And again, here it says, of course, here's the legalese, merchant classification of rewards. So basically, City is here, covering themselves as far as like, hey, this is what we go by. If it codes correctly, great. If it doesn't code correctly, not our fault. Sorry, it's the merchant. Um, so yeah, so very interesting uh, array of options here. And I say that with, being careful what things code at as is because like my gym, I actually belong to my gym is actually um, at a community center. So it doesn't code as gym membership. So it, yeah, it's really, so I wouldn't get 3X. So, um, yeah. So what I've been doing the last few years is at least because I pay yearly for my gym membership because I get a discount on it. For paying yearly is I just the card I'm working on it, the welcome offer at the time for is what I use to pay my gym membership with, and my company reimburses me. So yeah, so you may have to be careful about what you know where you're attending and doing things at if you're looking to maximize your spend with this card. But with that said, though, this is a very solid card, and also here I know some people take advantage of these kinds of offers. So it also has 0% intro APR for 15 months on purchases and balance transfers. And then after that, it has the, ugly variable rate APR rate. But sometimes, life happens, right? And a big expense comes up and you have to charge it. And it just is what it is. It's called life. And so maybe, this, 15% zero interest APR balance transfer, or for a big purchase, maybe it comes in clutch for someone. So you do have that option as well. Um, and then, you can shop with points like you can with the other cards. You can buy gift cards um, with the points you get from the card. You can also use the points to book travel in the City Travel portal as well, like you can with the other card. You can also transfer points out to uh, a few different transfer partners. I don't think all of them, but a few of them. Um, so yeah, so that's really about it. I don't know if there's anything much more here. Okay, so yeah, there's like live, so like city entertainment. So it just talks about the different what they are, different programs that they have, and how okay, point transfer, how's that work, and then city shop, and how's that work, and city flex play, and the city entertainment. So it just goes into more detail about the different programs that it has and the different things you can do with the card as far as using your points. So, what do I think about this card? I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. So, I think for the right person, this card makes a lot of sense. I think if you're a City fan, the card makes sense. If you're looking for a handful of points, the card makes sense. I know right now in the credit card points and miles space, the new hotness is Citi being a partner with American Airlines, and everybody and their uncle losing their minds over being able to transfer points over to American Airlines. I'm not that guy. I'm going to do a video about that soon. But anyway, if you're in that mindset and you're going to get that value from those points for American or maybe, one of the other alliance partners they have, then this card would make a lot of sense. And again, for no annual fee, it has a solid earning core. It's not a card for me because it, I think it was Anthony Ventures say something about it being potentially the gold card killer. Not for me, not for my lifestyle, because I get 4x MR points for my grocery shopping with my gold card at Walmart neighborhood grocery stores. And with this card, I would get 1x. So I kind of think that 4x MR points per dollar is a little bit more valuable than 1x thank you points per dollar. But that's just me. And also, too, I get 4x on dining, where this card gets 2x on dining. So anyway, just wanted to get that out there as well. What do you all think about this? Let's talk about it in the comments section below. I really want to know what you all have to say about this. And I'm going to start doing these kinds of videos probably a little bit more put together than this one. This one was kind of a ramble, but I'm going to be doing some of these every now and then. I want to start doing a series on basically, would I get this card? So I want to talk about cards that I don't have, but basically, this is a would I get this card kind of series. So, and this is kind of one of those. But for me, it would be not really. Doesn't interest me right now. But anyway, let's talk about it. Also, too, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet and you enjoyed this video, please consider doing so. It is free and it gets the channel visible to more people just like you who are watching right now. And I thank you ahead of time. Also, too, I do have channel memberships available. It is $1.99 a month right now. You can cancel at any time. Right now, you're getting members only videos. Those videos will stay behind a paywall because it is spicier content that I do not want out to the general YouTube public. If you do join, please let me know. I want to thank you personally. Also, too, I do have referral links for different credit cards down in the description below as well. For all the MX cards, for a lot of the Chase cards, for the Built Mastercard as well. You can even buy me a coffee at Ko-Fi, a free tipping platform. If you do use my links, please tell me. I want to know. I want to thank you. It means a lot if you choose me over the plethora of other options out there to use a link from. So I want to thank you personally for that. Now, if you would please do me a big favor and please be good to each other today and please be respectful. And until next time, bye for now.